Good evening, good people. I want to welcome you to the Corner Convo, episode 10. I just want to let this thing breathe for a minute. You know, it's your favorite four guys, four mics with four perspectives. We're just going to let that thing breathe for a minute.
Pause.
You know my name. Just make sure you spell it right.
I'm one of the baddest motherfuckers of all time. One of the best singers, one of the best looking motherfuckers you've ever seen. Hold my drink, bitch.
I'm just going to introduce with their sound bites. We're not talking anymore, people.
You got to do certain shit. It's just enough that people know in country that you know I go where I need to go to get it done. If you push my button, there's no telling what I may do. Stand there, joke me, fight you. I mean, whatever it takes to make a motherfucker stop existing.
Believe that.
Man, you better go somewhere with that black power shit. You know that shit gets no play in this ride.
Big Stace.
Who are you? It's just cities, nobody.
No, I am an educated black man, your worst nightmare, punk.
What's good, fellas? How y'all feeling, man?
Good. It's all good. It's all good on this side, brother.
All right, man. We got a lot to unpack. Let me just start here. If you haven't listened to last week's episode, it was worth hitting play. We touched on the Kenosha shooting right out the gate. We touched on why we implemented Facebook rules, definitely necessary. Then we also talked about why women don't like the word female, which was a huge thing. For the record, Dion didn't like it. I thought it was pretty stupid, but I understand it, right? It's not for me to judge. And then we also talked about why do us men hate women the way that we do, or that they do. I don't hate women. I love women. I think they're the most beautiful thing on earth.
Hey, man, stop saying
Hey, man, listen here, man. I'm going to talk, okay? I'm going to do me, all right? And what you're going to do is you're going to shut the fuck up today, because this shit here that's happening today is going to be classic, right?
Hey, Bossy.
I'm just not in the mood, man. I'm not in the mood.
On you, bro.
I'm not in the mood, man. You know, I want
to our chin hair. Fuck you.
That's cool, man. Everything God loves you, and so do I. You know, I want to cancel this entire year. Just throw the entire 2020 away. I don't even know where I want to begin. I do, but I don't. But we got to get it out the way. We had some crazy deaths that happened
Recently, yeah.
You know, they happen in threes, as they say. I'm at a loss of words, man. Where do y'all want?
Let me go here then for you real quick. Chadwick Boseman passing kind of hit me a little different, because that old saying, "You never miss what you never had," and until seeing him in Black Panther, we never had a black superhero grace the big screen. I'm not talking about Meteor Man. I'm not talking about Blank Man. I'm talking about Black fucking Panther Man, you know what I'm saying? And to see him in Wakanda made me as a grown man think of what it would be like to live in a place where everything is black. It's the actual black community, you know what I'm saying? Your doctors, your scientists, your leaders, your followers. Followers not a bad thing, you know? It was sad to see that, and no, we would not get him again in Black Panther.
Yeah, I mean,
he goes to his family, you know, let me start, goes to his family and all that, you know what I'm saying? But that was kind of fucked up.
For sure. I mean, 42 when he played Jackie Robinson, I loved it. When he did James Brown, loved it.
That was funny.
That's one thing that a lot of people didn't talk about, is he played a lot of our heroes that it was for granted, right? And the main thing that a lot of people aren't talking about, and I posted it on my story, was he's had colon cancer for 4 years, and nobody in his circle leaked. Now, I see it where he was doing interviews and I could tell he was sick. I didn't know what it was, and it wasn't my business. That's his personal business with his family and his friends, and I commend them for leaking his stuff out. That's neither here nor there. It's just a sad someone of that magnitude earth.
I think that I mean it's also difficult because of the symbolism of it all, right? Like given what's going on now in the world, you know, not even a black superhero gets to live. You know what I'm saying? Like not even, you know, an icon of history and survival and genius gets to live. And obviously he wasn't really Black Panther, but like just that symbolic relationship that he had to the Black community. And in times like now, man, it's a tough spin on things, man. So yeah, peace to that brother. And, you know, to probably one of the most important Black coaches of all time, you know, John Thompson.
Yeah.
Not just from the standpoint of what he did as a coach for young Black basketball players, but ask anybody who knew that man that's not a basketball player, and they will talk to you to no end about the positive effect that he had on them, how much he fought for them quietly, you know, without going on the screen, without jumping in the newspapers, without commanding attention to show that he was doing this stuff. Like this was just due, man. So yeah, it was a powerful weekend of loss, man. Powerful weekend.
No, I didn't know that he was a player at Providence. I didn't know that he was with the Boston Celtics. I've always just known him through Georgetown. I've never taken time to dive into him prior to Georgetown. Man, this dude was amazing, man.
Yep.
You know, and he's produced some Hall of Fame basketball players, man. You know, it's definitely a sad day for the basketball community.
And the brother Cliff Robinson, man. You know what I'm saying? Like that cat was one of those, like in our day, in our era of NBA, like he was one of those strong Scottie Pippen, you know, wingman or I'm not gonna say sidekick, but like that support player for the star. So Clyde Drexler needed a Cliff Robinson. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like Clyde Drexler needed a Cliff Robinson, and that was a part of that league. I mean, he played for like 17 years or some crazy shit like that. You know what I'm saying? Right. And from what I hear about him, it's the same. They just talk about him being the quiet killer. Like he wasn't a big personality. He wasn't out for the limelight. He just liked to do his job and be effective, man. So yeah, it was sad to see him go as well.
You guys hear me okay?
Still,
it's still choppy, man.
It's weird. I've never had that issue.
No.
Don't get mad. Don't start breaking shit. It's gonna be okay, D. All right. It's gonna be all right, brother. All right. Don't start kissing your teeth and shit, throwing shit. You don't need it.
What else do we know about Cliff Robinson? Do we know what he passed from? Was it natural causes? Or did they try and throw COVID on him? Or what's going on?
I didn't look.
I don't actually know. It's a good question.
I ain't gonna front. I did not look. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I didn't.
I just know he's gone. Uncle Cliff, what they affectionately called him, for them headbands he used to rock all the time, which is funny. Yeah. You know. So anyway,
he played his ass off in that Bulls versus Blazers series. I mean, Bulls versus Blazers series.
He was cold on the Sega Genesis video game, that did.
He definitely was.
He opened a marijuana dispensary not too long ago.
Really?
Nah. Okay. All right. What's next?
Well, here, let's do this. We're just gonna do a quick moment of silence, man, for all three brothers, if y'all don't mind.
Yeah,
get it.
Bro, that was beautiful. Y'all hear me now?
Yeah, you good?
Yeah.
Rest in peace to our fallen soldiers, man.
Yep.
You know,
rest in power, rest in paradise, all that.
You know, shout out to your family, man. And there's no easy way to get through it, man. But we see you and we here for you.
Bro, stop talking sexy, man. Just put some bass in your voice, bro. Come on.
I apologize. All right, fuck it, man. Let's get to it, man. You know, let's up this thing, man. We had an issue to the public. Let me tell y'all this here. There was an issue in reference to comics. Okay, we're talking Kevin Hart. We're talking Eddie Murphy. We're talking
Richard Pryor.
You know
what I'm saying? Martin Lawrence.
Cat Williams, Red Fox, and there was one more, right?
Bernie Mac. Cat Williams.
Martin Lawrence, right? Did y'all say Martin?
Yeah, Martin.
All right, let me ask y'all this. Out of that list, give me your top two. Let's go top two. I don't want to do top three.
My top two is really easy. Martin Lawrence, and I'm gonna have to say this thing.
Martin Lawrence, man, bye.
You said top two, bro. Top two. You're gonna put Martin Lawrence over. You're gonna put Martin Lawrence over Chappelle and over Richard Pryor.
Fuck Dave Chappelle.
Whoa,
he's not that funny. Wow. Eddie Murphy. We're talking stand-up, correct?
Yep.
Eddie Murphy and
Martin got 2 whole stand-ups. Like that's his entire career, fam.
They don't understand that. Dion don't understand that.
You ever heard
he hosted. That's not the same. That's not the same. He hosted. That's not the same as doing a 1-hour comedy special.
There's my two next.
It was a huff ass 2.
What are yours, McKinday?
I just told you, Pryor and Chappelle.
Pryor, you saw Richard Pryor like since he was doing comedy before you fucking conceived?
You can watch it on TV. You can look that shit up, Dion. It's called technology, bro.
Richard Pryor was definitely still funny. That's what makes him dope in this day and age.
Top 2 ever, huh?
I wouldn't put him in my top 2. It's not for me, but I fuck with it though. I understand.
To be honest, if we talking black comedians, yes. Eddie Murphy's a close third. But if I'm just talking about comedians, I'm probably going Richard and George Carlin.
I don't have a top 2. Those names. I don't have a top 2. I saw Paul Mooney live, and he tore the fucking house down.
Paul Mooney is hilarious.
Dude. That's my favorite right there. It's Paul Mooney. But out of the people you name,
and he hate white people too. Like he just
he tells you to your fucking face, which is crazy.
Yeah.
You know, I don't have a top 2 out of them. Paul Mooney. Those guys are all funny that you name in different aspects. Some are funnier on TV, some are funnier stand-up. And that's the issue we had with you and Dion co-signing and tag teaming and all this goofball shit y'all was doing in a text thread we had, man. I didn't understand.
I'm mad.
I didn't understand what the fuck was going on with y'all.
Why are you so mad, Prince? I mean, we call you Prince Akeem. You got mad.
I'm not mad. I mean,
at Williams.
Wait. Let's give some structure here. Let's give some structure to people who don't know, right? So, in the group chat, Abasi jumps out his body and says, "Cat
I jump high
Williams
too. I got a 39-inch vert.
Better than Bernie Mac."
I said funnier. I said Cat Williams was funnier stand-up than Bernie Mac. And like McKinday just said, Bernie has really no stand-up to go off of. So how can you say he's funny?
You just said
what?
That's cool.
He has epic bits. This is what I'm trying to explain to you. Cat Williams had one.
Can I tell you something? Let me stop you right there, bro. Let me stop you right there. Pimp Chronicles was funny from front to back. Okay, that's him on his own. Okay, let's go with Bernie's best. To me, Bernie's best jokes. One was Milk and Cookies. Him downstairs. Okay, so now you're making fun of gay kids. All right, there you go. You got to live off that. You've been canceled in today's culture. Yes, you were. It's the truth, though.
Go ahead.
His next bid was the school. His next bid was the school bus. He making fun of me. Now you making fun of the autistic community. You out of that end, and then you got to go way. You got to go way back to him fucking talking about stirring the pussy like motherfucking coffee. Fam, that shit didn't age well because now they say it sound like mac and cheese. I mean, Bernie, what you left with besides?
Which means they stole it from Bernie. Which means they stole it from Bernie.
They didn't steal anything from Bernie, bro.
I will give you this, Abasi.
I've never seen Bernie Mac do that shit.
Abasi, I will give you this. You do bring up a good point. We are talking about comedians in different eras. There was no 1-hour Netflix special in Bernie Mac's era, although Eddie and Richard had full-on live albums, live sold-out shows.
Them to Bernie Mac, though, bro. I'm glad. Cat and Bernie.
I mean, Bernie's funny. I do fuck with Cat Williams. I do put Bernie above Cat, just to be on record.
He just left you, Bossy. Now what?
I didn't know it was a tag team anyway. What are we doing here?
Three-way.
What are we doing here? You three can be wrong. Y'all be wrong together.
Clearing. See it?
The quarter combo boy band. Y'all you know what I'm saying?
Hey, BBD, motherfucker. That's one of the
y'all can be all right. I mean, but look like this. Dion likes stats, right? Bernard Jeffrey McCullough never did a hour stand-up. He helped carry the Kings. Who named these moms the Kings of Comedy? They named themselves the Kings of Comedy. I don't remember any of them, DL or Steve or Sid or Bernie being at the top of the stand-up game at no point in their fucking career. Who made them the Kings of Comedy? That's my thing. How you get there. And then you had a 20, 30-minute segment on Kings of Comedy that was cool. And two of your best jokes I just told, and they easily forgettable. Easy forgettable, man. I mean, it's okay. Y'all can rewind Bernie and look at him all you want to now. Man, it don't sound good now. Sorry.
But the thing is, the post said
because I'm born in Chicago, don't mean I have to be Chicago biased. Sorry.
But the post said the post didn't ask for the top two. The post said which one is off the list. That's what the post said, and right. I voted Martin Lawrence.
You can't get rid of Martin because of how he transitioned.
Yes, you can.
Don't say what you can't do.
To television, to movie.
We're not talking television. No, stop trying to.
I'm not getting rid of Martin. Fuck you mean? I watch Martin. Me and my wife watch Martin every night.
All y'all did.
Fuck you mean?
All y'all did.
Who's all y'all?
You didn't watch Martin?
Maybe 3 seasons. After that, it fell off.
Listen, Martin, the television show is funny. Do not get me twisted here. It is funny.
3 seasons.
It's a classic show.
It's a classic show.
The Bernie Mac show was funny.
It's a great show for all kind of reasons. What I don't like about Martin, that I like about the rest of the comedians on the list, is that Martin's ability to be funny was directly attached to his ability to look like a fucking dumbass. His ability to do some Dragonfly Jones, buffoonery, step and fetch it bullshit, where he got to dress up like a motherfucker, do a bunch of dramatic ass shit to be funny. He couldn't just be funny using his words and his lines. The rest of them niggas, when Cat Williams did, hold up, I'll wait, that was an intellectual line that forced you to go to a whole nother place, which is what made that funny. Bernie Mac can make shit funny without all the dramatics. Now, he was a little dramatic too. But Martin, to me, when I've seen Martin, and I've seen Martin live, without all of the shucking and jiving, the shit ain't funny.
That's deep. That's on you, Dion. He's talking to you, personally.
And he's a brilliant businessman, don't get me twisted. I respect the man. Definitely respect his hustle. Can't knock his legacy. The man is a brilliant businessman. Just
Martin touch on women.
This is my issue and why I thought Cat Williams is disgustingly trash. His whole gimmick is to be a pimp.
Hello.
That's it. All he's known for is grabbing Terry Crews' balls. And what else?
Poor little thing.
Perm. Seriously, his perm.
For him to not be funny, Dion, he made $24 million off Pimp Chronicles.
Listen here. That joke he made.
No, I'm just saying.
All right, so
it couldn't be that bad, but it couldn't be that unfunny, dog.
Don't move the goalpost.
Don't say what I said.
To satisfy your Cat Williams.
He does that a lot. I've noticed that recently.
Yeah, very original joke. Very original jokes, bro. Like jokes that nobody had ever told before. What made Cat good, and I don't know if he's as good as he was before, but the jokes that Cat told in those series, nobody had ever told. There was no form. When he did the joke about buying the Jordans versus the Pumas, these are jokes that nobody ever told before. Those were original jokes. That's what made
Cat at the zoo. Your star player, your team player. So all that shit.
Got beat up by a 14-year-old. Like we have to.
Look here, man. You just mad y'all the same height. He got shine before you did, bro.
He's
okay. You gonna use the same perm joke. Tell that trash ass rapping Forte joke so I can not laugh again. Tell it.
Yes, it was.
Come on. oh, you look like Forte. You like that guy, don't you? Hey, man, shut up.
You and your cousin like rapping Forte, Rod Ward, and Sugar Free. Fuck out of here.
Hey, Sugar Free funny as fuck, though, dog.
Yeah, I knew you would like it. That's what I'm saying. That's weird as fuck.
I didn't say I liked him. I said he was funny.
Speaking of Sugar, let's not talk about his top 5. Yeah, whack ass songs.
How do you see? This is my problem with you, dog. How do you tell somebody what my favorite song should be? My favorite song.
Because I said because your shit is trash. Trash. Garbage and juice. Juice on the bottom of the can.
Anybody who has 50
is garbage.
That's their favorite rapper, bro.
Damn.
And you like it 50?
Damn.
Sam.
You
like Michael Jackson is fine. That's all you, dog. But
say your whack ass song. Say your whack ass song. Say your whack ass song. Say your whack ass songs.
I can take you to the candy shop. Oh, baby, don't you stop. Man, how you try to kill Ja Rule and imitate this man's style? You like frauds, huh? You like frauds, brother. It's okay.
Are y'all done or y'all finished?
Say your whack.
All right, well.
I never started, Cat Williams.
Guess what? I'm tired of both of you cools. Now, what we gonna do?
Ladies in, man. I'm sick of this African, man.
Look, this is gonna be never ending, right? Everything is subjective. I can't tell you who to like and what not to like at the end of the day. I just thought it was wild as fuck that this man that I consider you pretty knowledgeable, that you would say Cat is funnier than Bernie. But again,
stand-ups, dog. Stand-ups, it's not even close to stand-up, dog.
Fair enough.
Like coffee. Like motherfucking coffee. Get shit out of here, man. I don't even drink coffee, dog. Get his ass on.
Oh shit. All right, well look, here's the thing, right? So we have something that we want to get into. I want to ask y'all, how do y'all feel about, or how comfortable are you discussing previous sexual encounters with your significant other?
What are you doing?
Because we're going there now.
No,
bro,
do you listen to the show run? Robin is coming in now. That's last.
I love when y'all fucking fight,
bro. Robin first, the ladies, and then we finish with that. It's not hard, man.
Yeah, that's not what we discussed. But anyway, it's not a big deal.
We discussed it on the phone on three-way call.
Yeah.
Hey,
whoa.
How's it going, Kende? How you doing, brother?
All right. Well, guess what, then, man? I'm gonna let Dion executive produce and run the show moving forward. Fuck it.
Hey, you can compare me.
So this is what we're gonna do. This is what we're gonna do.
Right.
I'm gonna let Robin in. Okay, that's what we're gonna let Robin in because it's Women's Month. Is that correct? Do I have that correct?
Yes.
Well, it's not Women's Month in America. It's Women's Month on the Corner Convo.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Right. Sure you don't want me to do this?
Women's Month is March, by the way.
Women's Month is every month, goddammit. Let's get it right.
We know
okay, Obasi. Okay, Obasi.
Look at the panderer. Okay, I'm sick of this shit, man. Sick of it.
Well, because we're right.
So, what we've decided to do, all right, we've decided to show the ladies, the women, some love, right? They have a voice. We're going to use our platform to let them be heard. We've given these women a topic. Dion, are you going to introduce a topic?
Yeah, I can read the topic.
But you got to let them in first.
Yeah, I'm gonna read.
No, they are aware. I just sent it over to them.
Okay.
You can read. That's funny. Come on, man.
All right.
Hey, no, that's a Bernie joke, bro. I'll tell you like Bernie Mac right there.
Have some class, man. I know you have it. Grab it.
Him downstairs.
Simple question. The simple. See you laughing though. The simple. The question is, how do you think the role of your father, whether he was in your life or not, played a role in your relationships with men in your entire life? Relationship or ships, depending on the lady. I don't want to assume. They've all been given this question just now, so they are ready for us to shoot at them. About 5 minutes, and then I believe we have 3 guests tonight, and I'm looking forward to see what happens.
All right, so we want me to go ahead and bring
first.
Let's bring Robin in now, okay?
Right.
Can they introduce themselves to the public too?
Can she get in first?
Hey, dog, can you not talk to me in such a harsh manner, bro?
Hakeem. Hey, Robin.
Robin, hello.
What up, Robin? What's happening?
Now, Robin, hold on. We're gonna have to address this top of your forehead situation. I'm gonna need you to adjust the camera so we can see the rest.
Top of you.
Yeah.
Oh,
no, other way.
She's on mute too.
All right. Okay, down. Okay, all right.
Text her, Dion. She's on mute. Your microphone is off.
And you look like a shadow. Do you have any lights in your apartment?
Robin, unmute yourself.
There you go. What out, girl? What's happening?
Hey, y'all.
Yeah, I'm gonna need you to find some better lighting. Because of Dion, we didn't mean to have you waiting so long. We appreciate your patience.
Let me get the lights.
Because of Dion?
Yeah.
Everything is your fault, bro.
For sure.
Is it better or no?
Seeing it.
I mean, it's not an HD. It's not HD quality, but
we can see you whipping your hair though. We can see that.
Well,
you have to put her on a stoop. It's still sunny outside. Roll a shade up or something.
Hey, so let me just give a little backstory. So Robin is the first to support the corner combo, right? And that deserves a huge applause, right? So we want to say, first of all, thank you. And it wouldn't be right if you were not our first woman host to enjoy woman's
and disappear at the same time. No, this is our fault. This is our fault. We didn't give her a chance to test her lighting before we brought her in, so we can't blame this on Robin. This is definitely on us. She couldn't see herself when she was in the way.
There we go. I want to have the radio voice that Amon has.
It's the microphone. It ain't his voice.
This is actually years of practice. Okay. But anyway, man, let me live. I don't know. It's still. I don't. Maybe if you open up the other blind, I don't know. This is weird.
That's not gonna work. Listen, the reason that's not gonna work, Robbie, you might as well just share. The reason it's not gonna work is because her camera is pointed at the light, which is why it's making her face dark.
Yeah.
Okay. So thanks, technique man.
I mean, some people know shit about what they're doing. Just some people. Just some people. Not everybody. Just some people know actually what the fuck they be doing.
That's better though. That's actually better.
That right there.
Yeah.
That's fine. We'll take it.
Lane Tech's finest. Let's go.
Hey.
Let's get to it. Go ahead, Dion.
Robin, so we sent you over the question. You have it. We just read it. What is your take on that?
Well, let me tell you about my dad. I grew up in a two-parent home. Dad was there from day one. Dad was the homework dad. Dad did hands-on everything, but Dad also worked a lot. So, and what I say about relationships, he didn't talk a lot about those things. It was more so, that was kind of your mama thing, but don't, he better not hit you, he better not disrespect you, but those things.
Nice.
That's kind of when Dad would jump in, but I never had any of those kind of issues, so thank God. But I will say that I tend to pick people like my dad, hard workers, and people who are good with their children if they have them, things like that. So honestly, I just kind of mirrored what I thought, if that makes sense.
Now, that makes a lot of sense. But also, let me ask you this. If not in a relationship, but just how you deal with men, do you think that has affected you by you having your dad in your life?
It does, because, well, another one of the things that he taught me is like my independence. And so I've never had to depend on anybody for anything. And that was kind of like, that was one of the things that he kind of instilled also, is like, take care of yourself, pay yourself first, and you'll get the things that you need. And like my dad still gets kind of jealous if I have to ask somebody else for help. Like he's still, he's still hands-on in my life. And so with everything that I have, everything that I've done it on my own with his support. And so
he wanted you self-sustaining, and a man or help from a man will be optional.
Exactly.
Bam.
Let me ask you this though. Can that have a counter effect? Can it push you into a situation where you feel like you stay independent and you never trust anybody else to support you?
Not necessarily that I don't trust anybody to support me. I want somebody who compliments me. The problem that I have with that, what it has kind of, where it does kind of mess me up is I don't know how to ask for help.
Oh, interesting.
A bird.
So, that's just kind of the thing is I feel like if you see I need help, then give me help. But I'm 9 times out of 10 not gonna ask. It would literally have to be life or death almost. For me to ask for help. Like I've been on my own since, like I moved out at 24. You know, look, I mean, I'm a girl, so it didn't. But
Go ahead and stun on him.
Do you have any kids? If you mind me asking.
I do not have any.
So
I need to shake your dad's hand, man. Where is he?
Do you seek a partner that's gonna be that same style of a dad?
Yeah. Hands on. Like I say, because of my dad's work schedule, dad went to parent teacher conferences, dad did homework, like all of them classes we had at Lane, especially that draft, and my dad sat there with me every night and did the drafting homework.
Who was your drafting teacher, Mr. Fields?
No. I had I can't remember. I had 2 in my freshman year, but one of them failed me.
Damn.
Oh, really quick question. One more question, Robin.
Lane Tech reminisce.
Right, exactly. Can we kill that?
Stop jealous. Stop jealous, Dion.
What's
that sounds like some hate.
Hey, I'm just saying. Nobody going over that whack ass bridge to go see your drafting teacher.
Forgive him, Robin. He's a Gordon Tech guy. Forgive him.
Yeah, this ain't the corner reunion.
My point is that like I don't have children and my current partner does, but he's a hands-on dad. You know, he goes to parent teacher conferences. You know, he does all those things. So yeah, you have to be like dad. You have to have a job with benefits. You got to come with your own, because I got my own. And you know, we need to be partners in this. My parents were partners. My mom couldn't go to parent teacher conferences, but she cooked every night. You know, she ironed the clothes every night. She did those things. You know, she was mom, he was dad, you know, and so yeah, we need to be partners in this. That was what I saw with my parents.
All right. So to wrap that question up, since we've been on, this is our 10th show, and you're obviously a huge fan of the show, and we greatly appreciate it. What would you say? What's your favorite part of the Corner Convo so far? Not just just overall of the show so far. Why do you like us so much?
I like the variety of topics, and that, you know, nobody's opinion is unheard or disrespected. You know, everybody gets to say what they have to say, and we get to express ourselves, you guys, you know, without judgment, I guess, is what I'm trying to do.
For sure. You know, and I got to add on to that, right? Some chick called us misogynistic. Do you think that we're misogynistic?
You just said chick. That doesn't fucking help at all.
No, because she pissed me off.
Fuck her. Fuck her for real.
Excuse me, Kende. I like that he finally is being who he is. That's the real Amon right there. Go ahead.
You have your moment. Everybody does.
Yeah.
I mean, you have your moment.
Okay.
Who's the most misogynistic?
I don't think. Don't you do it. You.
No, we're doing it. We're doing it. Let's go one time.
I like that.
You're not. You're actually not. But I mean, everybody has moments. I don't think that it defines who they are. So.
Okay, no, because it kind of pissed me off, because the same chick that called the show and me, huh?
Is that the one that was mad about female?
She was part of it.
Yeah, it was one of her friends or whomever, right? She says you're misogynistic and this isn't a safe.
We're trying to silence women. I'm like, what?
I'm the same one that I inboxed you and said, hey, I just kicked dude out. We don't do that here. Like, you know what? Kill you.
Yeah, let's not rehash all that.
I mean, there are people in the group that are that way. You guys are not.
Okay, great.
Nothing against Texas, but ironically, both of them are from Texas. Nothing against that state, but that was just ironic. They're there.
Right.
And
Shout out to Texas, man.
It's the word female, so there.
So, on behalf of the fellas, Robin, I want to thank you for having this segment with us.
Indeed.
You're always welcome.
Thank you, Robin.
And
you still sound, you still look amazing. Keep it up.
Thank you, sir.
There you go.
Definitely see you soon. Have a good one, all right?
You too.
All right, love.
Bye, guys.
Bye-bye.
Go host.
Yeah, man. Just give me a second here, buddy.
There you go.
All right.
Hey, you got her sitting up there in limo looking like this.
I know, right?
Waiting on screen. What the fuck is wrong with your mom, man?
That blank stare. Hey, man, be on.
Hey, man, listen here, man. Look,
right.
This is all new. All right, so next we have Jamie. Is that correct? Jamie Harlan. Okay.
Him downstairs.
Jamie has been supporting regularly. Okay. Did I even say that right? Regularly. You know, sometimes I'm
what?
Yeah, regularly.
Kende, get your boy, bro.
I know Monique over there helping me.
Oh, bro, she just gave me the craziest look too.
In the background coaching them. Kende left the screen, dog.
Hey,
I see you, Mo. I got you over here.
You know the greatest thing about me, man? I'm not afraid to laugh at myself.
Oh, that embarrassing your motherfucking wife like that, fam. What's wrong with you?
Hey,
I'm still the architect of this shit. Okay.
I'm more glad you're not afraid to be yourself tonight. Congratulations. I heard you, Mo. It's all good.
Man, goof. All right, so we have Jamie again. Jamie has been a contributor from the gate, okay, bringing good content and seems to like what we do. So, Dion, you already has a question. She's been prepped already. All right, so we're just going to go ahead and bring her in. Corner Convo, we want to go ahead and welcome Jamie Harlan.
Yeah.
Jamie.
In the meantime, in between time. Dion, tell her unmute her. Tell her unmute herself, would you?
And show a video.
Okay, sorry. Hi.
Hey.
I thought I said video, but I don't know why it's not.
Just click on the little camera on the left at the bottom.
He's so smart. Look at him. Smart guy over there.
It has a red line through it. It's off.
Yeah, I know. There's no. Oh wait. I don't know. Maybe because it's recording.
Are you on your phone?
No, I'm on the computer, but I don't see a video option.
So bottom left. If you scroll your mouse to the bottom, the menu will come up.
Yeah, it says like I see the mute, and then I see this arrow going up, but I don't see the little camera thing. Should I hang up and then click back? Like, should I?
I don't know if it's gonna bring you back in.
Okay.
Amon, can you go in the room and is her camera crossed out? Go into the waiting room by her name.
Is her camera crossed out?
Actually, it only shows.
It don't even show.
No, it only shows. It doesn't give her video access. So
right,
don't give her video access.
Wait.
And Blackie. So
Blackie, what she has to do?
Bossy, shut the hell up, man.
What you mean, fam? Hold on.
Just shut up. We trying to give directions. You fucking Casey and JoJo over there.
All you have to do is just log out and come out and then come back in with video.
Okay, I'll try that.
Righty, thank you.
Huh?
You wanna go? We can go to Janelle. She's ready.
Go to Janelle next.
What is wrong with
Janelle Monáe?
Oh, really?
All right, so Dion,
let me
yes, please. This is your guest.
So let me.
Well, it looks like Jamie is back. Do you want
to let's get her? Yeah, bring her in.
All right, let's try Jamie again. One more
fucking
time.
Mess.
No, you're a mess.
Thank you, sir. I appreciate that.
Actually, no, Jamie's gone. So here, we're just going to stick to the script here. Yeah, go ahead and introduce Janelle.
All right, Janelle is waiting in the waiting room. I've known Janelle 20 years. She's taught me everything I know in reference to TV, podcasting. Very smart young lady, someone that I am happy to call a friend. Let's welcome Janelle White to the show.
Yes, indeed.
See what I mean? Ready to go. Boom.
Tell her unmute.
She got the bookcase.
There you go.
Hey, Jay.
Wicker basket popping.
Hi.
Wicker basket game heavy. I see you, Wicker basket.
Now.
Oh my gosh. Am I too dark? Do I need more light?
Oh, you got
it.
His voice. Do you hear his voice? Hold on, talk some more. Y'all shut up. Let her talk. Let her
Her
talk.
voice is awesome.
Yes. So for those of you who have never heard me speak, hi. we've been going back and forth on the page though. So
Yeah, you're gonna have to start doing audio posts. I'm gonna need all voice message posts from this point forward.
Down, boy. Down, boy.
I'm gonna need y'all to make a post saying that you authorized that though.
Hey, another thing about Janelle, she was all into that female post, and I had to DM her. I'm like, hey,
we starting with that.
Going hard, ain't you?
No, let's start with that, Janelle. That's something. That's why this came of. That's kind of why this even happened. This happened because 4 grown men had a conversation about what women wanted to be called and how they wanted to be associated, and there was no woman's voice in it other than on the page. So please, let's start there.
Okay. Well, I am one of those women who prefer to be addressed as a woman, not a female. Female is my gender. And I don't want to be limited to that. And I'm going to take it a step further. Now that we're having this open discussion, and this is in no way meant to offend anyone from the LGBT
I'm already offended.
community. I think I got it all. But don't be like that. You didn't even let me finish my thought, and you already trying.
I want to start some shit. My bad.
That's what we on.
Absolutely, we're on that. Let's get it. Can you handle the corner? You're here for a reason. Let's go.
Can the corner handle me? You better ask me.
Hey. Talk your shit.
You better ask about me.
Google her, fam.
But no, what I was gonna say is, like, you know, in recent years, you know, we've had like all this activism, you know, about trans people. So trans women, trans men, and all that stuff. And look, live your life. I support each individual's decision and all of that. The only time I take issue is when it infringes upon what I'm trying to do and living my life, and, you know, deciding to go ahead and still identify with the gender, you know, role that was assigned to me at birth. So, you know, I am she, her, I'm a woman. And so, like, you know, there's been like all these debates and, you know, heated discussions about it. Like, I think last year sometime there was like a movement trying to get the female outline taken off of sanitary products. And I'm like, like, that's just overkill to me. You know, sorry, not sorry. Like, those products were made for women. They exist for us. We need them. So, you know, why can't we all just get along? You do you, I'm gonna do me. We don't have to change the packaging of sanitary products to support.
And more specifically, they were made for vaginas. Like, they were made for vaginas.
Well, that too. But here's the thing. I don't, upon further review, because I really got immersed into that debate online anyway. Upon further review, I don't think, and, you know, anyone can correct me if I'm wrong, I don't think that debate was solely limited to, oh, these products are for, you know, women with vaginas, like, assign, you know, the female gender at birth. No, I think it was when you're dealing with, and I hope this is still the correct term, but when you're dealing with studs, like, who...
They're not butch? They're not called butch?
No, that's old, man.
I think that's...
Manny Fresh lookalikes?
I think that's considered derogatory now.
I don't know.
No, I think it's studs.
It's the new term. The new term is male facing.
Male
facing.
Oh,
how do you know this?
How do you know that?
Okay. But what I was gonna say is that, you know, I think that sect of the population thought, well, I don't want to look at a female silhouette because, you know, they might identify as he, her, him, even though it gets then you get into the weeds of things. and we could be debating forever. Can we just, like I said, can we all just get along? Can we have mutual respect?
So let's ask you this, as the question that was posed is, so how does that relate to how your relationship with your father? Like, does this come from the value system that your father instilled in you, or the lack thereof?
Hey, my guy.
All right. Y'all gave me this loaded question, and I did have some time to think about that while I was waiting to come on. Look, so I am one of those women that unfortunately has deadbeat dad. He's alive and well in another state, but just has never been a part of my life. We've had conversations.
Turned out just fine.
We've had conversations. What'd you say?
Turned out just fine.
You're right. I mean,
brushing, man.
let him live. Let him be great. Brush his face.
Please continue. Please continue. I'm here to learn, fellas. Shut up and let.
Hey,
you not talk to us like that, dog. That hurts.
I tell you, a bossy hooping today. Bossy's the hooper.
No, but I did want to make a couple of quick points. Like, I think knowing is half the battle. You know, knowledge is power. So obviously, if you had an absentee parent, specifically, you know, the subject at hand, an absentee father, you're going to have some daddy issues. And those are not just limited to women. Men can have daddy issues from, you know, having an absentee father and all of that. The thing is, being aware that you have those issues and then taking it a step further and dealing with said issues. So I did have the opportunity to have a couple of conversations with my biological father. I said it with my chest. I got it off my chest, and I left it there. You know, does that mean that I'm never going to exhibit any daddy issues and that doesn't have the potential to affect how I interact with men? Absolutely not. But again, knowing it and owning it is half the battle, and then doing the work to exist and thrive in spite of it. So I think that's the thing. Everybody wants to, oh, woe is me, and but you're not doing the work. Right. You know, you can't say, you hear some angry women saying stuff like, you know, men ain't ish and all this other stuff. But like, okay, well, there are some that aren't. That's a fact. But you can't like subscribe to broad generalizations and like write off like, you know, every man before you've even given him a chance to show you who he is as an individual. So
I got to ask you this. Do you think how you interact with a man has any effect on, how you interact with a man? Has it had any effect on you in any relationships? Not necessarily romantic, but just how you deal with men in general. Is there a trust issue?
Yeah, absolutely. So some thoughts that came to mind when I saw the question were definitely like fear of abandonment. And that's not, like you said, that's not necessarily limited to romantic interaction. You know, I have male friends and I'm like, man, I ain't heard from them. You just start going to this dark place, if you will, because that's trauma. Everybody wants to throw that buzzword around, but not really dig into what it really means and how it affects your interaction with others and how you present yourself, you know, as an individual, as a human being. So like, you know, if you've been traumatized because you had a deadbeat dad or absentee father, I think is nicer, but it is what it is. You need to deal with that. And you can't assume or presume that every man that comes in your life is just a matter of time before they leave, you know. But then also on the flip side, you know, this is an issue that is no stranger in the Black community. Like, there's been this breakdown of the familial unit in the Black community, and some would argue that it goes all the way back to residual effects from slavery, when our families were forced apart. And then it just never really rectified itself. It never really righted itself on a large scale. Of course, there are happy marriages and happy families and people who, you know, have defied the odds of modern day divorce rates and all of that stuff. But it's like, you know, we have to, like I said, take the responsibility and take the onus to work through those issues and give each person a chance to show you who they are.
Can I ask you one more thing before we let you go?
Sure.
When you say, you know, deal with the issues, how do you deal with them? Is it counseling? Is it talking to someone that's gone through it? Is there support groups? Like what is it? What do you do?
I think it's all of the above are viable options. I think it's up to the individual to figure out what works best for them and can help them work through that trauma. For me, therapy was not a part of my self-care regimen until recently, and on a small scale.
Self-care.
I had like maybe 5 sessions, but so I'm not out here like pro therapy, or I just got to a point where I was like, all right now. What's the next thing? Because I'm one of those people, I'm gonna check myself before somebody else needs to check me. I'm like, you was a little emo. You might you might need to address some things, before you enter your next whatever with whomever. So therapy was something that I've recently added to my regimen. Of course, like I believe in God. I have a spiritual relationship, not necessarily religious. That's a whole nother different topic and podcast, but I know the Lord and God knows my heart. So taking it to God in prayer, like people say stuff like that, like it's just cliche. No, that's real. And that works for a lot. That may not, but like I said, it may not be everybody's cup of tea. So if therapy or a combo of both, works, or just talking it out. Like a lot of times people are walking around carrying the burden of that trauma and that abandonment and that rejection, and they never confront the person who dealt it. Like having the opportunity to say everything I ever thought I wanted to say about the situation to my biological father was a huge step forward.
I've been there.
Like when I walked away, I felt like I left luggage there. Yep. But you also have to maintain that, and do like what they call it, a tune-up or whatever. So if that means talking to, an elder in your family or a friend who's experienced a similar situation, or therapy or a religious leader, whatever, like just know when you need to sit down somewhere and like kind of reassess and tune things up if you're acting out because of past trauma.
Very well said.
Mine had he asked you a question. I'm going to ask the final question. Okay. What's your take on the corner convo so far? We're in our 10th episode.
Yeah.
What do you like about it so far?
I like the camaraderie. I like the playful banter. Like it's some strong personalities that, one I know from working with you in the past, Dion, but I'm getting to know the rest of you, and like interacting with you in the group online. I'm like, okay, and then watching some of the episodes, I'm like, okay, y'all cute. I like this. I see where it's going. But to have this platform and have 4 Black male voices from different backgrounds, different walks of life, but just bringing your own individual experiences to the table, I think is a powerful thing that shouldn't be like taken for granted or overlooked. And if you guys can commit to continuing to do this work, I think it's got a lot of potential.
That's what we want to hear right there. That's beautiful.
Janelle,
that's from a media professional. So
yes, ma'am, I told told.
Hey, no more.
They know the deal. Be the reason
I'm not blow up Amon's
right
ego
now.
Because you said that, Janelle, Amon's ego is going to be 10 times bigger tonight. Just because you said that.
Oh my God.
My fucking goodness.
We are the podcast in Chicago. Let's be clear. But hello.
Thank you, Janelle. I appreciate everything you've done for me, as well as helping us out tonight.
Huge shout out. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank
Great
you for
conversation.
having me, guys.
Come back, okay?
I will. Anytime.
Bring your friends. Bring your friends and listen. Thank you.
I will. Okay. Bye-bye.
Right.
So I talked to Jamie. I told her to go to a different situation, hopefully.
Yeah. She's on, it says the iPhone now.
You talk to her? You talk to her personally?
Yeah, on my phone. Damn. I not know something going on, bro? Hey, I'm just doing my job as executive producer.
He is the EP. He is the EP.
Hey, this dude getting a little prickly, ain't he, man?
I didn't like how y'all jumped on me this week, man. Pause.
Hey,
I didn't like that shit.
Hey, man, he was hurt.
Y'all,
He was hurt.
Hey, boss, just so you know, man, that mean I like you, man. Jumping on you. Pause.
Whoa.
Let's get Jamie in the building.
All right, let's go, Jamie. Well, you want to do a reintroduction? Jamie's been a contributor since the Corner Convo podcast page went up. She's consistent. I love it. She clearly likes what we're doing. So we want to give her opportunity to speak. She already has a question?
Yes.
All right, let's go. Let's go ahead and bring in Jamie. Hey,
yo,
Jamie is live.
She's connecting.
Audio, we're good.
You hear us?
Unmute.
Yep.
She's like, I gotta get it.
I just add. Okay, there we go.
I thank you.
There you go.
I didn't think it would be this hard. Sorry.
Don't pause.
Right. Hey, I'm sorry, Jamie. Abasi has no class.
Oh my God.
0.
So
anyway,
the question earlier. How's everything so far?
Oh, good. Thank you.
Good.
Yes.
We apologize for the
asking.
wait. We definitely apologize for the wait. We're
Well,
not anybody.
You know what? It's a obviously I'm infatuated with all of you guys. Otherwise, I wouldn't have been waiting this long. So.
Thank you.
That's love.
You're welcome.
And see that they're steady building your ego up, Amon. I wish they would stop. Your head gonna be 3 times bigger tonight, fam.
This isn't about me, man. This is a us thing.
Okay.
This is a we. Okay. So Jamie, you got the question, right?
Yes, I did.
All right. You want to just get right into it?
Sure. So I wrote down a few things because I had to get my thoughts together.
Way to be prepared, Jamie.
I try. Let's see. I did not have a traditional family. I didn't grow up with a mom and dad and siblings. My mom got pregnant at 17 and got married. It didn't work out. She moved back in with her grandparents and with my grandparents, her parents, and my grandparents actually adopted me. So my biological father gave up all rights to me, and I had never had him in my life ever. So I did have my grandfather, and I did have an uncle that I was very close to. So I didn't necessarily have, the traditional father, but I did still have very positive male role models in my life.
That's a wonderful thing. It's still a wonderful thing, though. Yeah. Grandpas are amazing.
Male.
Where were you raised, Jamie?
Originally, 79th and Pulaski. So my mom went to Bogan High School. We were from
Bogan.
Stand up, Jamie.
Around the corner.
I said my mom, not me.
No, we'll take that.
St. Bede's. I went to St. Bede's, had my communion there, and then we moved to in Chicago, and then we moved to Bolingbrook. When I was in 2nd grade.
Wow.
The Brook. I like Bolingbrook a lot. It's a nice place.
So I'm asking that. I'm asking that because I'm trying to get a beat on like the type of dudes you would have been meeting in your formative years in like high school, right? And I'm thinking that like if your biological father wasn't your direct influence, your grandfather comes from a generation before that. So I'm assuming, and this is an assumption, I'm assuming that he would probably have more strict standards for what he expects as it relates to how you date and how you affiliate with boys. Was that the case?
Yeah, I would say that. But that being said, I kind of did some research on the question because I was like, what is it that we're looking for as an answer, And honestly, it said something like, girls who had very strong fathers growing up may not have been promiscuous or had sex in an early age, had multiple partners, that type of thing, I don't know that necessarily is true, whether you have a strong father figure, because I think girls can be very boy crazy and very curious regardless.
Sure.
So I don't know if that's
strong, in my opinion, from what I've saw, the strong-willed fathers force the girls out a little more because they restrict them from doing anything. So they want to go out and see what's up. And they obviously did back in the day.
Yeah, there's the whole theme of the preacher's daughter is like the most, wild one in the community.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So, but your grandfather specifically, did he like try and sway you one way or another? Was he keeping tabs on you? Or was he more just like, granddaughter's cool, I'm cool?
He was really hands off, I think, when it came to boys. I didn't cause a lot of trouble, and I didn't have a ton of boyfriends. So I don't know, he worked nights. He owned a tavern at 19th and Pulaski. So he spent a lot of time in the city. So I didn't really see him as much. I would say my mom was a bigger influence when it came to boys. She was relentless to make sure that I was not going to do and get into the same kind of situation that she was in. So she was more snoopy and, wanted to know what was going on. I specifically remember her calling one day, and it was over the summer. I don't know. I was upset. I was worried. I had sex with my boyfriend, and I did not get my period yet. So I was worried that I was pregnant, and she called from work, and just the tone in my voice just pretty much told her everything. And she was so upset. She was a nervous wreck and kept calling me. And literally, I felt like as soon as I hung up the phone, I got my period. So I ended up having to tell her a bunch of stuff I didn't really need to tell her. So I don't know. She was.
Go ahead. Sorry.
No, she was a bigger influence on the boyfriend situation than my grandfather. Definitely.
That's where I was going right there. Okay, cool. I answered my question already.
Do you think not having your biological being raised by your grandparents, has it had a negative or positive effect on how you just deal with men, period, and not necessarily a romantic relationship?
I think, yes, I have had only positive relationships with men. I've never had I've never looked at it bad. When I was working, I look back now during the whole, discussion of Me Too. Yeah, sure. I was totally harassed. But did it bother me? No. You know what I mean? I knew what they wanted. And if I was interested, that was one thing. And if I wasn't, I just pushed them out of the way. I just, you know what I mean? I didn't become a victim. Let's just put it that way.
Interesting. It's a really interesting perspective.
So raising, you have children, right?
I do.
Okay.
I have 5.
5. And you have boys and girls, is that correct?
Yes, I do. I have 3 boys, 2 girls.
Okay. Do you raise your boys and girls differently from a mother's perspective based on your interaction?
No.
With men or granddad?
Great question, Man. I like that question.
I like to think that I raise them the same. And right now, I don't know if you have teens, but sending nude selfies seems to be the theme amongst young teenagers.
Well, that's the thing.
Your boys out here sending dick pics?
Amongst adults. It's not just teens.
Adults.
Adults
don't do that.
That's the fuck they do.
What are you doing?
I'm just telling you what you grown men and grown women do. Okay, it happens. All right, if you're married.
So, I'll be honest. I've never received a nude selfie from a grown woman, so I think I'm good. But I did find out that my son had asked a girl to send him a nude photo, and
did she comply?
I don't think so, because she ended up telling my daughter, Sean is asking me to send topless nudes. He said, I'll send you one of mine if you send me one of yours.
Oh, she snitched to his sister.
That's messed up, man.
Hey, tell him to get her out of his phone right now. The hell?
Exactly.
Are they on like a family group chat plan? Like, you get an alert first?
What? Oh my God.
But I came down as hard on him as if I would have on her if I had found out she was doing it. If that
so you
makes
would
sense.
have the same equal setting on both of them.
Absolutely. I was livid with him. I was like,
that.
what are you doing? That is, you could be charged as a criminal. That is, she's under 18. That's child pornography. You cannot get caught doing that.
He's over 18.
He wasn't at the time, but he is now. Yes.
All right.
Well,
it's the principal, Smokey.
Scare him.
Right thing.
No, but the police said
right thing.
That is child pornography coming from. If a girl sends you that photo, a boy can get in a lot of trouble for that, for having it.
Absolutely.
True.
So,
adults don't get in trouble.
Be good.
They don't.
Oh, don't get in trouble. It's different.
Before we get out of here, we wanted to ask, like what we asked the previous guests, what's your take on the corner convo so far?
I love it. I think it's a great place to just converse and have adult conversation about adult topics. You know, for me, it's enlightening because I do think there's a big cultural aspect that I don't know about. For instance, music, you know, you guys are really on it with music and I'm learning a ton. Like I can't even be in a conversation, I think, about it, but I'm learning a lot. And I didn't listen to hip hop that much in the 90s. I listen to it more now because I'm around the teens working. And so I like that music. So I'm starting to listen to more 90s, you know, like when Abasi is, you know, putting things out there about music. I just read it and listen, and I go and I search the song and listen to it because a lot of times I've not heard of it before. But
unfortunately, Abasi's music choice is trash.
Oh my God, this guy, man.
Really, I thought I listened to the whole Kanye album. Graduation.
Hey, Graduation.
That's good.
That's the shit.
I thought that was really good.
No, the Kanye is fine.
Fun.
It's just his other selections that he could just go to the trash can and open.
Jamie, Dion is a bully. Okay, don't let him bully you into not liking the music posted in the group.
She got 5 children. She's not capable of being bullied, bro. She got 5 children. You got with 5 children, it's not a thing, fam. She the bully. She the bully.
When I was subbing, I would come home and I would play some songs for my kids, and my kids were telling their friends, my mom showed me this song. So I felt kind of cool about that.
We're gonna keep that music coming for you on the corner though. We're gonna keep it coming for you.
See,
yeah, I do like that a lot.
Helpful. Abasi's helpful in every form of way.
This guy, man.
Jamie, on behalf of the fellas, I'd like to thank you for coming through. We appreciate your input and help on this segment, and we'll definitely be seeing you soon, all right?
Okay, great. Thank you guys. It was nice seeing all of you.
All right, you have to go.
All right, so that was the women's segment for the day.
I thought it was dope.
Yeah, it was awesome. I mean, we had a few technical difficulties. It was our first time, but Aman, let's wrap up the show with the final subject, please.
You do understand we're at 1 minute and 6, 7, 8.
A minute.
Hour. Excuse me.
I'm sorry.
Here's the thing.
You have a bar?
No.
Here's what I would say.
Let's get it.
Here's what I'm gonna say. I feel like we can get this last little 15 out, 10 to 15. Let's keep it to 10 to 15 because that was a necessary segment to extend. It was necessary to have those voices on the page. So I think people that are listening to the show will give us the grace of the next 10
This is the beauty of podcasting on the
and
road.
having your own shit, right?
Right.
Let's get it. Let's go.
The beauty is we got people that have wanted to come on the show. As all three stated, they love what we're doing, and we have to just keep moving forward. And I think, well, Aman, what's the subject, the last one?
Well, I was rudely corrected about an hour ago, maybe half hour ago.
No rude here, buddy.
How comfortable
love you like a brother.
Previous sexual encounters with your significant other and or spouse?
Could you repeat that? I was cutting you off. My mistake. No, seriously, I didn't hear the full question. I want everybody to get it on the podcast.
Okay, well let's make sure everybody's ready to go. Okay.
You getting the FaceTime? You getting the FaceTime right now, man?
No, that's Dion, man. That's Dion.
Kids, man. What's up?
All right.
Mute yourself, sir. Just mute yourself. Mute yourself, and we'll. Okay.
30 seconds in the box, buddy.
This guy is something else, man. All right, man. Look, how comfortable are you? Okay. With discussing, previous sexual encounters with your significant other and or spouse. Go.
I'll go first.
I'm sure you will.
So, it's as a man, the last thing you want to picture is your wife face down, ass up. previously, but I don't know how to describe the weird fixation on knowing what she was on before me. I don't know how to discuss it or explain it, but the good thing about our relationship is sometimes I want to just say, shut the fuck up. And 80% of the time, I love having discussions with my wife because we are friends. And when we have these discussions, she doesn't say, ew, why are you asking me that? Or, oh, I don't want to talk. She says it right out because she knows when Northern was happening, my mom sent me to Gordon Tech, which is an all-boys school. That was kind of
so to be you in high school.
Rapunzel wasn't thinking too good when she sent for football.
I tried to have her send you somewhere else, but it wasn't.
Here you go again with that bullshit. So
hey, baby.
Hey. Okay. So what I could offer, what McKinday said, don't ask me for any help. I think this one I can offer some help. Do not, I repeat, do not send your son to an all-boys high school and then go to Northern Illinois University and stay in Grant South on floor number 6.
Hey,
man. You still dry snitching low-key though. Like you find a way to dry snitch every show. I feel like the next Dion intro has to have dry snitch somewhere to fucking there. He dry snitched the whole flow, fam. Generations of people dry snitch
myself. It's mainly on myself, but listen, man, don't do that. The ladies are just as bad because you're on a campus alone. I'm getting out of the subject. That's another one, but talking to your wife, it opens a lot of I'm gonna say this, and I'll let the next person go. If you're sensitive, jealous, or can't understand or take your wife with someone prior to you, don't have these conversations because.
No, you just muted yourself.
Well,
sorry about that. I muted myself. If you can't handle truth in what happened before you was even thought of, then don't have the conversation. I can. Therefore, it's a fun conversation, and I would welcome it to people that aren't those people. Amon, why is your face like that? You can go.
Well, here's my thing.
I think a bossy should go. I think a bossy should go.
I'm already here. Don't worry about it, man. Park the car. I don't want to know too much, right?
Why? You weren't there.
Hold on. I'm gonna tell you why. Because if I know or find out that my significant other has just been licking asses for the past 20 years, right?
But she hasn't.
These are things that could happen when you ask these questions. So she be like, shit, I love looking ass. That's my shit. But I'm a new.
So you talk about faith.
Are you projecting?
Right. You know what I'm saying? So don't lick every man's ass prior to me. You know what I'm saying? And then when you get to me, now you don't lick ass no more. And I'm not saying I like my ass licked. I'm just saying these are things that you can find out that you don't. Dion want to get on all fours. He too funny.
Him downstairs.
Yeah, want his milk and cookies. I'm saying this, right? We all know that women have sex, we have sex, right? I get that. I think for me, I don't want to know that you've been on camera busting down. I don't want to know if you've had threesomes with two men, not just a chick too. It's
this boy get it off his chest. Go ahead, dog. Shit.
You know what I mean? Like it's just weird for me, right? So
hey, I'm not.
Hold on. So
why?
What it boils down to is for me. This is me, right?
Yeah.
You have to check the whole facts. Pardon me, ladies. The whole facts is real. Okay. Now, you cannot have a whole marriage or whole relationship, and everybody prior to this new relationship have seen the complete porno star in you. And
explain to me how you check the whole facts without talking about it.
Thank you.
Because there's no website for that shit. There's no actual website for that. Like, how do you check the whole facts without actually finding out?
People talk.
There are certain questions.
It's okay. I'll wait.
There's certain questions.
I agree with McKenna. You're saying things and not explaining.
Nah, bruh. There's
You
certain
can find out anything, dog. Anything about people you date.
You can find out anything. You can ask certain questions, and how a motherfucker respond to you will let you exactly know how deep the whole facts is. Let me tell you. Okay, let me be very fucking clear, and all y'all can stop acting like y'all don't fucking know that. The bottom line
Look at her friend.
It's a lot of whores, okay, that have gotten good men, right? And all the good women, quote unquote, be like, man, I can't get a good man, but this whore, this chick, I know she's the X, Y, and Z. You wanna know why? Because she's seasoned, and some niggas don't even care about that. You know what I mean?
I heard that, by the way.
I'm saying I personally don't need to know about too much of your sexual history.
So you're jealous.
You goddamn right. Mine's is mine's. Fuck you.
Just say that.
I'm honest. I don't need to know. Don't ask.
That's in the past, though, dog. Why you jealous in the past?
In 5 minutes, and you could have just said, "Man,
I am so desperately anxious to hear what Abasi is about to say.
Go ahead, man. I'm leaving it alone.
I mean, you know, in a perfect world,
Abasi, I want you to go, but I want you to explain what you meant by friends, because I don't know if you're saying that birds of a feather. I want you to explain that, because I don't agree with that at all.
You don't have to. You don't agree with shit I say anyway.
No.
You know what I'm saying? A lot of times you can tell what a person is or how they are by the company they keep. That sounds much better than birds of a feather. By the company they keep. Boy, if you don't get off that motherfucking old ass iPhone, if it ain't the motherfucking Note 20 Ultra 5G, you shouldn't have it. You know what I'm saying? But,
did you say Ultra 5G? Because that's not a
5G,
thing.
It's actually a real thing, Kende. It's actually a real thing.
But yeah, I mean, so I ain't saying that. Fuck you, Dion. In a perfect world, yes.
All 5G is the
be comfortable
same.
talking to your mate or whoever about their sexual history and encounters. But in reality, no. And why? Because that shit can be weaponized against you like a motherfucker when necessary, when they feel like it, or we just want to be petty. You can bring it up and throw it in their fucking face, or they can throw it in your fucking face. You know, and then you might feel away. Why would I tell a woman, person I'm dating, about my past, and you getting this grade A beef right now, but you catch an attitude about who had the fucking dick in the past? That happens all the fucking time. You
just got grade A.
Just know.
Grade A, huh?
UFRBA grade fucking A. You know what I'm saying?
Don't question this man about his
Hey, man. Hey, all I'm saying is if you want grade A, that's good. I got pride.
Don't get your goof ass.
There you go there. Fuck it. But then though, you know what I'm saying? Tell me your real story. Feel free by all means to tell me your real story. Just know when you ask me, I'm gonna fucking lie to you. I will not tell you the truth, buddy. It's okay.
So I will give you that. That's true. Women do have a tendency, and not just women, but I think more often than men, have a tendency to use information that they come into knowledge of against you, even if they know all there is to know about that information or not. For no reason. I will give you that. Okay. I think it's interesting, right? Because and I feel mine too, to be quite honest. If I find out that in your early 20s, you were doing a lot of experimental shit that I may be into now, and you've yet to offer said experimental shit, right, I'm going to feel some kind of way about how you feel about me. But I also understand that she may feel that she is ashamed of those said things. And so now I got to try and figure out a way to get you to understand that I'm totally comfortable with those things, but that can only come through the sharing aspect, right? Let me also say that at least in most cases, you should kind of know, just like if the police pull you over and they say, hey, buddy, we got a call about a party down the block. Looked like you were leaving the party. There was a lot of drugs going on over there. Were you over there doing drugs? You don't fucking say yes. You understand what I'm saying? You don't say yes right now. So you are supposed to self-select the information that you include, and you're supposed to keep some things that are unnecessarily shared. So the licking ass, that's one of them. Don't tell me that you used to lick ass. Quite honestly, I don't want to hear that. I just don't want to hear that, okay? Now, to be very fair, like if you lick my ass on accident, I'm not sure how I'm gonna feel about that either. To be very clear, I'm not so sure I'm gonna want to like get back up with you the next day. So let's just be clear. Certain shit.
That's one of the things in the bedroom you can't do by accident, man.
Certain shit. No, you mean if they get the right? Never mind. Let me not get too specific.
You gotta relax.
I don't want to dry snitch.
Let me just say though. Let me just say. There are certain things that you should keep to yourself for the sake of them. It's not really necessary to be at the end of the day. Now, if we're just talking about, just how many notches you got in your belt, if we're talking about, don't give me details is what I'm saying. If you've had a threesome in the past, cool. If you got 2 dudes on your chain once, whatever, don't give me no names. Don't tell me what part of your life that was. Like, cause that's going to all put me into the zoning of what does this mean? Don't give me that. I do want to know your comfortability levels, and I feel like I'm only going to learn that through you sharing experiences. So I'm with that. Like I will never use a name. I will never use a specific identifier when sharing my sexual past, right? But I will share in a way to let you know what I was thinking about at that time, what my comfortability sexually was at that time, and how that has informed my current sexuality at this time, right? I think that's the point of the conversation. The point is to try and identify what the lines of sexual.
Did you say your current sexuality? Has your sexuality changed? I'm lost.
I'm talking about the way I have sex, bro, man. Don't turn into fucking Dr. Phil with your non-qualified ass.
Hey,
this nigga, man. This nigga learns 1 word a week, and then now he's fucking Dr. Phil. Now he's gonna examine. Shut the fuck up, man. Jesus.
Mon, are you trying to mention the LGBTQ community here?
Hey, this guy, man. This fucking guy, man.
It's comedy, man. That shit was hilarious. I couldn't let that
this fucking guy, man.
Hey, for the next year, y'all have hit the limit of saying licking ass and ass licking. Knock it off, okay?
No.
Y'all hit that limit, bro. Stop saying that shit.
The only way you're going to know is by asking. That's all I'm saying. Now, I'm sorry, I almost said the other African. Abasi said,
"What's up with this other shit, fam? Why I gotta be the other Africans? Because I'm light skinned? It's because I'm light skinned? Fuck you, man. Fuck you, bro."
Hey, can I get my?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm supposed to laugh at that. Ha ha ha.
That
Said,
black
I'm not scared of you motherfuckers.
So that shit gets no play in this ride.
So, Bossy had mentioned like the numbers. Now, what I don't ever believe is when a woman says, "Oh,
5."
Yeah. Oh, wait, I forgot you. Fuck out of here. And I'm talking to you, Stephanie Williams.
Damn. Oh, this one time in band camp, that's all I hear.
That wasn't even a dry snitch. You have moved on to full-fledged snitch.
Yeah, buzzing heads and shit.
I love my wife, man. I love her. She know I'm messing with her.
Hey, man.
But what do y'all think? Do y'all believe that?
House, man, then don't even be married, man. Fuck it. Like,
what happened?
Talk shit.
Do you think that any woman, is giving?
Will ever tell you the truth? No.
Yeah.
No.
Not anything.
No.
So if you're born again, you go to church and get born again, your body count you get erased.
You start from 0. Yeah, no, fuck out of here.
Then how that work? No.
Where's the get your goof ass out here? But I'm getting the buttons. I want the buttons next week, man. I want the motherfucking buttons, man.
Why don't it work like that?
No goof ass.
Goof ass out of here, man.
You know that one chick that one lady that go get born again every 5 years.
Yeah, man. You gotta let them tighten that thing up, man. Whatever it is they do. All right, man. Look.
Milk and cookies.
I've learned a lot about my guys, man. I consider these guys brothers, man. Some of their perspectives are a bit extreme for me, but to each his own.
That boy gonna need a new fitted hat tomorrow. That motherfucker Eagle gonna be on 10 tonight.
Yeah, he about to go inside and toot that thing. Damn.
Oh boy. Oh boy. Oh shit, man.
Wait. The fact that his big linebacker ass wanted
Hey, I'm gone.
Oh shit, dog. Hey, that's a wrap, fellas, man. Fuck y'all. Rap joke.
Hey, that's the funniest shit. That's the funniest shit. Hey, look, I want to thank everybody for coming out, man, and listening. We got new listeners in Germany. I see you. Thank you. Oh God. The entire corner combo. Thank you.
Tell a friend, bring a friend when y'all listen to this. We need some more ears. Bring them ears.
Man.
Hey, and much love to the ladies that we had on the show tonight. Just know that's not the only time we're gonna do that. We're gonna bring that back, man. We definitely understand that we need to have y'all in.
Him downstairs.
For sure.
we're marking September Corner Combo Women's Month, so we will be doing this all month.
He was making fun of me.
It's gonna be dope. Shout out to everybody that's listening. Remember to like, share, subscribe. What's wrong with you?
This nigga got Tourette's, man. He got fucking Tourette's, bro.
ADD, man. Hey, look.
This shit wasn't funny, man.
When y'all see the video, y'all gonna understand why this shit was so funny. Dion is no longer here. He went to go handle his business.
FYI, the Miami up on the bus by 6 with 40 seconds left.
That's what's
all right. Goodbye.
All right, man. Hey, look. Again, it's the Corner Combo episode 10, man. It's a brief celebration. We have fun. It's all
Billy.
We will see y'all next week. You will hear us tomorrow. It's going up. Corner Combo Podcast Facebook page. The IG page is up, and also the YouTube. Like, share, and subscribe, man. It's your 4 guys with 4 mics and 4 perspectives. Hello.
Holla. All right, brothers. It's always a pleasure.
Always, brother.
Yep.